How to stop being manipulated by women. Do you sometimes feel like you're stuck in the tangled maze of a relationship, or like a puppet in her hands? Gentlemen, are you tired of feeling outmaneuvered or powerless in your romantic encounters? It's time to turn the tables. This video isn't about quick fixes or superficial tactics. It's about understanding the deeper dynamics at play and learning how to stop being manipulated by women. Buckle up, sharpen your focus, and get ready to transform from being a passive participant to a respected leader in your personal life. Hit play, and let's embark on this empowering journey together. Ready? First, try to read between the lines. Let's take a common scenario. She seemed so perfect, and out of nowhere, she turned cold and distant. Sound familiar? Many men narrate their confusion and surprise when a relationship doesn't pan out as they expected. They feel deceived, as though they were sold a false bill of goods. However, was it a deception, or did we miss the subtitles in our own story? Women, much like everyone, communicate in more ways than just words. The truth is, women never lie. They might not tell the whole truth, but they always show you the truth. Men are from Mars and they often expect direct communication like a news bulletin. But emotions and intentions, those are broadcast on a subtler frequency, akin to a complex classical symphony, where you need to appreciate the pauses and the undertones. Women often communicate their feelings and reservations not through confrontation, but through hints dropped like breadcrumbs on a trail. How do you become a master of reading these signs? Start by tuning into the non-verbal symphony, the tone of her voice, her body language during conversations, and her consistency in actions versus her words. Does she often cancel plans last minute with a flimsy excuse? This could be her way of showing disinterest without confronting the situation directly. Is she open about her past relationships too soon, calling all her exes crazy? This might be a signal flare warning about how she handles conflict and breakups. This isn't just about avoiding manipulation, it's about understanding the complete picture and not just the pretty frame it's presented in. By picking up on these subtle cues, you empower yourself to make decisions based on a comprehensive understanding of the situation. It's about listening not only to what is said, but also to what is meant. Remember, the difference between being in the dark and being enlightened is simply knowing where to shine your light. Use your awareness as a beacon, and suddenly, the signals will appear as clear as day. As you refine this skill, you'll find that your relationships are no longer puzzles but open conversations, where you're no longer a passive audience but a proactive participant. Second, have high self-respect. In the realm of relationships, self-respect isn't just a virtue, it's your armor. It's what separates the men who are respected from those who are manipulated. If you find yourself repeatedly caught in the web of manipulation, it might be time to ask, how much do I really value myself? How does she know she can manipulate you? It starts when you're overly impressed by her beauty. The most stunning woman might find herself drawn to an unremarkable man who remains unfazed by her charms because his indifference challenges her. Conversely, a less attractive woman may feel empowered to set harsher terms with a man captivated by her looks, perceiving his admiration not as a compliment, but as a leverage point. This scenario unfolds more commonly than one might expect. If a man lacks experience with women, or if his self-esteem is tied up in how attractive he perceives his partner to be, he becomes an easy target for manipulation. These women quickly learn that they can push boundaries, disrespect, and even betray without consequence. They recognize his fear that he won't find someone as beautiful, fear of loneliness, so they exploit it. However, when a woman meets a man whose self-respect is intact, who values himself beyond the superficial qualities of his partners, the dynamics change. She understands that her looks alone aren't enough to sustain the relationship. She is compelled to bring more to the table: kindness, intelligence, humor, and loyalty. And here's the kicker. When she realizes that her beauty isn't the glue of the relationship, she respects her partner more. Why? Because he shows that what he values are not just things that fade, but qualities that endure. Consider the ancient wisdom of the Stoics like Epictetus, who once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." In the context of relationships, this means having the self-respect to enforce boundaries and recognize red flags. So, if her beauty and charm are all it takes to sweep you off your feet, be warned, she might just sweep you under the rug when things get tough. Each time you forgive disrespect simply because she turns on the charm, you sell a piece of your self-respect for a hollow reconciliation. Here's a call to action for every man. Start valuing yourself as much as you value the idea of being in a relationship. Understand that true self-respect doesn't fluctuate based on who you're with or how they treat you, it's constant. Build it like a fortress from which you can engage in relationships with honesty and integrity. When you do, you'll find that the women worth being with will do more than just respect you. They'll be inspired by you. Third, draw the line, setting your boundaries. Picture this. Your relationship is a soccer game and she's just scored a goal against your self-respect. It's time to call foul and draw the line, literally. Establishing boundaries in a relationship isn't about building walls. It's about painting clear lines on the field so everyone knows where they can and cannot tread. Think of Jason, who once told me, "I just wanted to keep the peace, so I let things slide." He recognized her disrespectful behavior. Maybe she flaked on dates or flirted openly with others at parties, but he chose silence over confrontation. His peacekeeping strategy: he'd shower her with gifts post-argument, hoping to gloss over the cracks. But here's the kicker. Every time Jason rewarded her disregard, he wasn't smoothing things over. He was setting himself up as the doormat at the entrance of their relationship. Here's the straight scoop. If you recognize disrespect and don't voice it because you fear rocking the boat, you're not keeping her, you're losing yourself. If you're not steering your own ship in a relationship, you're likely headed for a shipwreck. Setting boundaries is not about causing drama, it's about clearly communicating your standards. Let's say she crosses a line, address it head on. You could say, "When you cancel our plans last minute, it makes me feel undervalued. I need us to respect our commitments to each other." If she continues to ignore your needs, then remember, it's not about getting louder, it's about getting clearer. Don't repeat yourself like a broken record, instead act. Respect isn't just spoken, it's demonstrated. If she sees you won't tolerate being treated as an option, she'll either shape up or ship out. What happens if you let things slide? You end up like Tom, whose girlfriend walked all over his boundaries so much that he couldn't find them anymore. When he finally wanted to stand up for himself, he found he had no ground left to stand on. Don't be like Tom. Don't reward bad behavior. If she cheats and you respond by paying her rent, what's to stop her from thinking, "If betrayal has perks, why be loyal?" You might think you're keeping her by your side, but really you're keeping disrespect on the table. So, gents, next time you find yourself applauding in the stands of your own relationship disaster, remember this: boundaries are your tickets to the game. Without them, you're just a spectator in your own life. Setting them doesn't mean you lose the match. It means you play fair and demand respect. Stand firm, draw your lines clearly, and watch as the game changes, not just for you, but for the better respect you'll command. Fourth, emotion regulation tactics. Navigating the treacherous waters of manipulation requires more than just a keen eye. It demands mastery over one's own emotional tides. It's often said that men's emotions can be read like an open book, which in the game of manipulation turns out to be a critical Achilles heel. Women, adept in the subtle art of emotional chess, can often anticipate and maneuver around these predictable emotional responses to steer interactions in their favor. Men are often transparent with their feelings, whether it's showing frustration in a traffic jam or immense joy at a sports victory. This predictability can be exploited. For instance, if a woman knows that cancelling plans at the last minute triggers your anger, she might use this to gauge how much control she has over your emotions. Recognizing this pattern is the first step. Acknowledge the predictability of your reactions. Mastering calmness through tactical non-disclosure. Keeping your emotional cards close to your chest can be a game changer. Avoid oversharing personal feelings until you fully understand the intentions of the other person. For example, if she tests your patience with provocative statements, respond with neutrality instead of irritation or defensiveness. Instead of reacting impulsively, which might give away your emotional state, take a moment to pause and assess. This strategic pause allows you to dissect her words and actions and understand the underlying motives. Does her indifference mask an attempt to make you jealous, or is her criticism a test of your temper? By not reacting immediately, you give yourself time to formulate a response that maintains your dignity and diminishes her opportunity to manipulate. With improved emotional regulation, you can better predict and counteract potential manipulative tactics. For instance, if you notice a pattern where your heightened emotions lead to unfavorable outcomes, start planning alternative emotional responses. Train yourself to foresee possible future manipulations and prepare your reactions accordingly. This not only reduces your vulnerability, but also enhances your ability to navigate through emotionally charged situations with finesse. In sum, emotion regulation is not merely about control, but about strategic emotional governance. By not letting your emotions be easily deciphered or exploited, you maintain a position of strength and composure. The mastery of your emotions acts as both a shield and a beacon, guiding you through interactions without being swayed by manipulative currents. Embrace these tactics and watch as your relationships shift from being manipulative battlegrounds to arenas of mutual respect and understanding. Fifth, confidence and self-centeredness. In the intricate dance of interpersonal relationships, maintaining a robust sense of self is akin to navigating through a storm with a reliable compass. This isn't merely beneficial, it's crucial for steering clear of manipulation, particularly from women who may test your boundaries. Confidence and a healthy level of self-focus signal to others that you are a person of quality, firmly rooted in your own values and direction. When you exude genuine confidence, distinct from arrogance, it magnetically attracts respect. This type of confidence shows that you are comfortable in your own skin and capable of leadership, making decisions that aren't swayed by conflicting opinions. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus once advised, if you wish to be a writer, write. In a similar vein, if you wish to be respected, carry yourself with respect. This form of self-respect naturally commands the respect of others, ensuring that your presence is not easily overlooked, nor your boundaries easily crossed. Prioritizing personal commitments further reinforces this image of strength. When a man puts his interests, goals, and social obligations first, he inherently becomes more attractive and desirable. It's not solely about being busy, it's about demonstrating that your life is rich and fulfilling, with or without a partner. This independence is key because it steers clear of the trap where the relationship becomes the sole focus of your life, which can spiral into unhealthy dependency. Moreover, it's essential to avoid the tendency to over-accommodate. Constantly yielding to avoid conflict or to please others doesn't project flexibility, but submission. True strength involves respect for yourself and for the boundaries you establish. It's about striking a balance where you can attentively listen to and meet the needs of others without neglecting your own. For instance, consider the scenario where you plan a weekend trip for some needed solitude, but your partner insists on you cancelling for a last-minute gathering. A respectful response might be, "I understand it's important for you, but this trip is something I've planned for my well-being. Let's find another time for the gathering." This stance isn't just about maintaining the health of the relationship, but enhancing it. Cultivating confidence and a strong sense of self isn't a selfish act, but a foundational one that stabilizes and enriches your interactions. It ensures that you lead, not from a place of demand, but from a position of assured, respected presence. By fostering this inner strength, you set a precedent in your relationships that your self-worth is not up for negotiation, effectively disarming potential manipulators and creating a dynamic of mutual respect and understanding. As you solidify your self-respect, you'll find that manipulation becomes a non-issue, replaced instead by healthier, more fulfilling interactions. Sixth, using rejection as a preemptive strategy. In every aspect of life, mastering the art of saying no is crucial for asserting dominance and maintaining control over one's own decisions. This powerful assertion goes beyond mere refusal. It is a strategic exercise of choice that reflects deep alignment with personal goals and values. This practice is essential, not just in personal boundaries, but also as a method of stopping manipulation, particularly in interactions with women. Asserting no effectively is not about being harsh or authoritarian, but about setting clear boundaries. When you firmly say no, you protect your time, energy, and resources from being sapped by commitments that do not serve your interests. This decisive action not only shields you, but also signals to others that your commitments are deliberate and purposeful, thus commanding greater respect for your decisions. In relationships, particularly romantic ones, the ability to say no can prevent dynamics where one partner consistently overpowers or manipulates the other. Without it, a man may find himself perpetually agreeing, leading to a skewed relationship dynamic where his needs are marginalized, fostering feelings of dissatisfaction and even resentment. Such an imbalance is detrimental to the health and longevity of the relationship. Moreover, many women respect and are attracted to a partner who isn't afraid to assert his stance and make clear decisions. Constant agreeability and a lack of personal opinion can make a man appear weak and without conviction, qualities that can undermine his attractiveness and perceived capability to lead or provide support in challenging times. Thus, saying no is fundamentally an act of self-respect. It signifies a refusal to partake in situations that detract from your well-being or deviate from your life's objectives. It's a powerful affirmation of your worth and a clear declaration of independence. When used judiciously, it not only fosters personal growth but also enhances your stature as a decisive leader, commanding respect and preventing manipulation across both personal and professional spheres. By setting this precedent, you establish yourself as someone who is not only self-assured but also deeply respected in all interactions. 7th, walking away when necessary. Are you afraid of stopping something? Sometimes people think that stopping means the end, but that's only half true. Stopping indeed means ending, but it also means starting something new and fresh. Walking away when necessary isn't a sign of defeat. It's a declaration of self-respect and an affirmation of personal values. One of the first signs that it might be time to walk away is recognizing an imbalance in the relationship. Sometimes women may threaten to end the relationship if you don't comply with their demands. If you don't agree, then let's break up. Does that sound familiar? This is a classic example of manipulation tactics. So, what should you do? Know when to walk away. When interactions become one-sided, with one partner consistently giving more than they receive, it creates a dynamic that is neither healthy nor sustainable. This imbalance often leads to resentment and a feeling of being undervalued, which can erode the foundations of any relationship. It's crucial to assess whether you are in such a situation and to trust your judgment without waiting for external validation. Walking away to preserve your dignity is a powerful choice. It reflects a deep respect for yourself and your well-being. Marcus Aurelius once said, "Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present." In the context of relationships, this means preparing yourself to face difficult decisions with courage and dignity. When you choose to leave a situation that no longer serves you or respects your worth, you maintain your integrity and demonstrate that your self-respect is non-negotiable. Insisting on respect is not about imposing your will on others, but about refusing to accept less than you deserve. If a relationship consistently fails to meet the standard of respect and mutual appreciation you've set, then stepping away is not only justified but necessary. This act is not one of aggression, but one of self-preservation and affirmation of one's worth. In conclusion, walking away when necessary is a profound exercise in self-respect and an essential aspect of demonstrating dominance in personal interactions. By choosing to leave rather than tolerate disrespect or imbalance, you not only protect your emotional and mental health but also reinforce your status as someone who is strong, self-aware, and deserving of respect. This decision, difficult as it may be, ultimately leads to healthier relationships and a stronger sense of self. 8th, maintaining personal standards. Upholding personal standards is far more than a sign of self-respect. It's a fundamental strategy for commanding respect and asserting your value in any relationship. Setting high standards and pursuing ambitious goals not only reflect your self-worth, but also establish your position as a leader in your own life. Consistency in maintaining these standards, regardless of changing circumstances, is key to demonstrating your steadfastness and integrity. Every action you take and every achievement you celebrate broadcasts your values loud and clear. Whether it's through acts of integrity, displays of generosity, or the pursuit of your ambitions, consistently living up to your own high standards tells your partner and those around you exactly who you are, a person of quality. This consistency not only sets expectations for how you should be treated, but also models how you treat others. It's not about demanding respect through words, it's about commanding respect through deeds. Especially within a relationship, sticking firmly to your personal goals underscores your commitment to your own development. It can be tempting to bend or lower your aspirations to please a partner, but true strength and autonomy come from adhering to your goals with resolve. This commitment shows that you are not easily influenced by others' desires or manipulations, enhancing your appeal as a stable and reliable partner. Moreover, to convincingly assert your value, you must back up your claims with tangible achievements. Whether these are professional successes, academic accomplishments, or personal projects, real-world results solidify your claims of capability and determination. These achievements not only underscore your worth, but also show that your confidence is built on a foundation of real, measurable success, not just empty boasts. In essence, maintaining personal standards is about living a life that mirrors the excellence you strive for. By aligning your actions with your values so closely, your life itself becomes a living proof of your beliefs. This approach doesn't just enrich your own existence, it also elevates your relationships. You become a partner who is valued not merely for superficial qualities, but for deep, enduring attributes. Such a lifestyle ensures that respect and admiration are not just given, but earned and reciprocated, fostering a relationship dynamic characterized by mutual respect, growth, and appreciation. This, in turn, forms a robust defense against being manipulated, as it establishes a clear benchmark for what is acceptable and what isn't in how you're treated. 9th, avoiding neediness. I know someone who feared solitude like a plague. He quickly jumped into a relationship after getting the phone number of a woman he was smitten with. They began dating, and soon he was incessantly in touch, barely spending a day without contacting her, always eagerly waiting for her to free up her schedule for him. However, his clinginess became his downfall. She ended the relationship due to his overwhelming neediness. Here's a piece of advice that ties directly into how to prevent being manipulated by women. Yes, you can reach out to your partner, but also learn to embrace your solitude. It's healthy to let her initiate conversations occasionally. Don't always rush to be the first to call. If this bruises your ego, then perhaps it's time to step back. If she genuinely values what you offer, she will make the effort to connect. One of the most appealing traits anyone can possess is the ability to enjoy their own company without feeling isolated. Being independent means more than just doing things by yourself. It involves a mental and emotional strength that keeps you from seeking constant approval from your partner. While communication is fundamental in any relationship, maintaining a balanced dynamic is key. Allowing her to sometimes take the initiative in reaching out can prevent the relationship from becoming suffocating and promote healthier, more equitable interactions. It's vital to cultivate and maintain your interests and commitments beyond the relationship. This includes engaging in hobbies, maintaining social circles, and pursuing personal ambitions. Having a vibrant life outside of your romantic relationship prevents you from appearing needy and contributes positively to your personal development. This, in turn, benefits the relationship. When each partner brings their unique experiences and successes into the relationship, it enriches shared moments, making them more diverse and fulfilling. By preserving your individuality and embracing independence, you not only safeguard yourself from being overly reliant on your partner's validation, but also establish a relationship dynamic based on mutual respect and admiration. This approach ensures you remain attractive as a self-sufficient individual while preventing any potential manipulative behaviors from taking root. 10th, independence and self-sufficiency. Independence and self-sufficiency are more than just admirable traits. They form the cornerstone of strong, compelling personalities, especially critical in the realm of romantic relationships. Displaying the ability to steer your life independently not only highlights your competence and dependability, but also boosts your appeal significantly. True independence means much more than just stepping out from under the parental umbrella. It involves mastering the intricacies of life on your own. This sort of autonomy is vital as it demonstrates a mature, responsible character that is highly attractive to others. It indicates that you're not merely surviving, you're flourishing on your own terms, making proactive choices that propel your personal and professional life forward, rather than clinging to the safety nets provided by family. In the context of how to stop being manipulated by women, independence is a critical shield. Relying too much on family might signal a lack of initiative or autonomy, which manipulators can exploit by positioning themselves as your new dependency. Conversely, establishing your own foundation, be it through securing your own home or advancing your career for financial independence, positions you as a dominant, self-reliant individual. This not only makes you more attractive but also less susceptible to manipulative behaviors, as it shows you're not in need of someone to fill a void. Instead, you bring your own stability and resources to the relationship. Moreover, thriving in your independence through financial success and continuous personal growth signals a refusal to stagnate and a hunger for betterment. This ongoing pursuit of excellence is a hallmark of a dominant individual, showcasing a proactive approach to overcoming life's hurdles. This trait aligns closely with the concept of a Sigma male, a figure that embodies strength, independence, and leadership without the need for external validation. Ultimately, independence and self-sufficiency do more than make you appealing. They command respect and inspire admiration. They narrate the journey of someone who not only faces challenges but transcends them, establishing a standard of excellence that cannot be ignored. By living out these traits, you communicate to potential partners that you are not just a good choice, but an exemplary one. This not only establishes a powerful and dominant presence, but also erects a formidable barrier against manipulation, ensuring that your relationships are grounded in mutual respect and genuine attraction. And there you have it, gentlemen. We've navigated the tricky waters of relationships, where manipulation can often leave you feeling lost or sidelined. Remember, the key to avoiding manipulation lies in understanding your worth, setting clear boundaries, and maintaining a strong sense of independence. By embracing these principles, you equip yourself with the tools to recognize manipulative behaviors and assertively address them, ensuring that your relationships are based on mutual respect and genuine connection. If you found today's insights helpful, don't keep them to yourself. Hit that like button, drop a comment below with your experiences or additional tips, and share this video with friends who might benefit from it. Every share helps us grow and continue to bring you content that makes a difference. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our latest videos designed to empower and enlighten you. Remember, you're not just watching a channel, you're joining a community committed to personal growth and relationship success. Thank you for watching, and let's keep building a future where we lead our lives with confidence and integrity.